Well, round 4 of the Pirelli Super Series 600 Championship, coming here from Croft. So basically what's going to happen is we're going to start down there, we're going to come round here, we're going to do that 9 times on Saturday, 11 times on Sunday, twice, and hopefully I'll do that faster than everyone else and I'll win all the races. I mean, there's obviously a reasonable chance that that won't happen, but there's a reasonable chance that it could happen. So, you know, usually go quite well at Croft and usually turn my season around from this point, so looking forward to it. Haven't been here since we raced here last year. There was a big crash over at the chicane, which if you're a regular watcher of my channel or you've been watching it for the past year, then you will have seen that. Luckily everyone made a full recovery, although it was pretty bad at the time. Maybe go back and have a watch of that. But yeah, just do a bit of a track walk now, re-familiarise myself, and hopefully we'll have a good test day tomorrow. It's Friday morning, so test day is finally here. Feels like forever since I rode my bike. Second session out. It's a late start at Croft. If you've never done a track day here or raced here, running most of the time starts at 9:30. On a Sunday it doesn't actually start till 12:30, so you get a little bit of a lie-in on a Sunday, which is nice. Since we last did the vlog, obviously I went to just a set of off-the-peg RST leathers because I was having major difficulty getting a set that actually fit from the people who supply me my leathers, or did supply me with my leathers. But obviously just off the peg, so they've got no sponsors stickers or logos on. But Rat Mally Graphics did me some, so I don't know what you'll be able to see, but there's some on there. Tommy on the back, Exercise, Utopia Plumbing Solutions, Pit Bike Racing, and then another Exercise on this forearm, same on that side. They are pretty good, so if you do have off-the-shelf leathers and you want some logos and things, Rat Mally Graphics, they are pretty good. Well, that's the first session done. I forgot how much I love this track. It is out the back through Jim Clark S's and Barcroft. It's so fast. Feels a little bit, I don't know, it's a bit more, it's not like a road race, but you know, it's certainly not as premium as some of the other circuits, so it feels a little bit more, I don't know, real, I guess. Yeah, love it. There's a lot of traffic and there's a lot of newcomer 600s out in my group as well, which when, you know, I'm overtaking like 2 or 3 bikes a lap, but the sun's shining and I'm riding my bike, so what is there to complain about, really? It's a lunch break now, so I've had 3 sessions. It's going quite well, but there is a lot of traffic. Past 2 sessions I've done a 26 flat. My PB here is a 24.6, obviously in a race conditions where you're in the flow and that. So I don't feel in too bad a place really. Been making some changes with the bike. So the gearing what I used to use was 1544. However, 1647 is very close to being exactly the same ratio. There's like 0.1 of a mile an hour at 145 miles an hour, so it's next to nothing. So I've tried that just to see how having a shorter bike affects the handling. One place that I've struggled a lot in recent years, in the time that I've been racing at Croft, is getting a good drive out of the chicane because the back's just spinning all the time. And I have found the limits there because I have high-sided out of there before as well, so the shorter bike definitely gave more drive grip coming out of there, which is good. I have noticed now that I'm coming out of there faster though, that I'm having to go up to 6th gear on the run into tower, which it means good. I mean, if you ever rode Croft track, you'll know there's 2 big bumps and the back tyres constantly in the air, so trying to go back 4 gears in that braking zone with the bumps and everything is just a little bit much to do. So I'm not sure. I'm either gonna go down to a 1646, which will, you know, help me a little bit with that, and I shouldn't have to use 6th gear, or I'll change the fork springs and just see what difference that makes, because I'm bottoming everywhere. So again, I think that'll give more braking stability. Well, I know it will, it's just how much will it affect elsewhere. I've got the lighter springs in from Donington, and which was moving away from what I normally use everywhere, so I'm a bit softer in spring than I normally would be. So in the lunch break, maybe it's best to change that spring now, because I do think it probably is the right way to go, and then maybe try the 46 in the next session. Obviously try and get away from changing 2 things at once. So, but yeah, good day so far, and the sun is shining, it's nice and warm, so can't complain. Bang. Successful test day, I think. We trialled lots of, I say lots, wheelbase length changes, gearing changes, front fork spring changes. Went well. Obviously, you know, with it being a test day, you're not going to be doing your fastest ever laps. I did a 25.4, obviously on used tyres. That's 0.8 off my PB from last year, so yeah, considering, you know, struggling to get into the groove because you're overtaking bikes all the time, and I'm not saying I didn't get a clear lap, but you just don't get a chance to build into it. You get that opportunity and you've got to go for it. I do think that we've made progress though, especially at the chicane, which has always been a bit of a bogey for me. Just with the shorter bike, I've got so much more traction, so I can open the throttle without fear of sending myself to the moon. It's obviously still possible, but I have got more traction now, so that should make it a little bit easier in the race if people are in front of me to hang on. But hopefully we'll be leading from the front, so we'll find out in qualifying tomorrow. Well, say tomorrow morning, about 10:30. So we're like one of the last groups, which is good with it being a local round. Obviously I don't care for the last people to leave here on Sunday, because we've only got half an hour, 40-minute drive home. So anything to add, darling? Huh?
Sun's still shining.
Yeah, sun's still shining. It is windy though, and it does make sort of that far part of the track, with the like high speed change of direction, it does make that difficult, but I love Croft, mate. It is a brilliant track. It'd be nice if they sent the road sweep around, because there's lots of debris. But yeah, catch up with you tomorrow morning. Ciao. Saturday morning, sun shining, out for qualifying in about 45 minutes. I've looked through my data from last year. I did the 24.6 and compared it to what I've done today, yesterday. The start of my fastest lap, I was really held up, so I was like 3-4 mile an hour slow going over start finish line. So there's a, you know, good chunk, or, you know, not the best start to the lap. I'm much better through the chicane this year, which I'm happy about. Not as committed through Jim Clark as I would say is the main place I'm losing. You know, it's just a mile an hour or so each apex, but new tyres should sort that out. So get a clear lap, should be in for 24 in qualifying, I think. We'll see. all things considered, not a bad effort. I have beat my PB by less than a tenth of a second, but I mean every lap was compromised. Traffic, red flags, not red flags, yellow flags. So I think pole position was a 23.9. I done a 24.6. Someone else did a 24 flat, and then James did a 24.5, I think, and then me on a 24.6. There's like half a tenth between me and James. Yeah, I mean, 4th place is not a bad place to start. Start of the hill times, and if you can get a good launch, you can just lay over people in the first corner. That's what I was doing last year, and it worked quite well. So yeah, we'll see what happens in the race. I could have went quicker if, you know, had the conditions allowed. Maybe everyone else. It's probably about half an hour since then, so I was more buzzing at the time. I've had a shower since then and had a good chat with everyone. What a fucking mint race. Made a good start. Well, I mean, see, I never know how much footage I'm going to put in, but I made a good start and managed to lead, I don't know, 4 laps maybe. I could see the lap times I was doing on my timer, you know, weren't faster than what the guys who were in front of me managed to do in qualifying. But, you know, it's all well and good having that pace. It's another thing getting through. So I led for a couple of laps, and then James showed me a wheel at Tower. I haven't got time, I'm vlogging. Well in! I was only joking about not having time for him. Yeah, so James showed me a wheel at Tower and we ran side by side. I managed to get better drive coming out. I wasn't going to relinquish the lead that easily. But then I think later on the lap, I take a different, well, an open line on all the corners. I wasn't riding defensively. And so he just kind of parked his bike on the inside of the corner and I had nowhere to go. Then kind of James did lift the pace up a little bit and initially pulled away, but I do think at one point I was closing in. Then and Barry Burrell, you know, who's no more on a bike either, he showed me a wheel into the second to last corner, not shit on about lap 6 I would guess. So I knew he was right there. And last corner, James ran in deep, and I didn't want to end up T-boning him. I hesitated a little bit, and then Barrel just said thank you very much, nipped it down the inside. Bit of a drag to the line, but it beat me by half a bike, so 3rd place. Can't complain though, as I say, James Alson, Barry Burrell aren't lugs. I think I'm probably 3rd again in the championship, which I'm pretty pleased with, so I'm going to go now, sit on the grass. You what? Oh yeah, go and get my trophy first, then go and sit on the grass, couple of Stellas in the sunshine watching the endurance race, would you say?
Everyone seems to have made a clean getaway, a few more gaps.
So getting some beers and sitting on the grass.
A couple of those machines just wouldn't start. We've seen the
So win tomorrow. Richie, anything to add?
Yeah, very frustrated on the start. They've plenty of time with 3 hours worth of racing to make up. So.
See you tomorrow. So it's Saturday evening and I'm obliged to tell you that this is an ad. But Frankie from Track Snacks, every meeting without fail she sponsors me some sweets and it makes me go extra fast. So if you want to smash in them great lap times, then hit Frankie up. Well, I've got to admit, a little bit disappointed with the result of that one. Although I was glad there was a restart. I'm not sure who crashed, but it gave me another chance because my first start was really poor. On the restart I managed to take the lead, which was good, and I don't know, obviously it's a long time since I rode the bike. I say a long time, you know, a day, so them tiny little bits, lost them. James and Barry got past me at some point, I can't quite remember when it was, but I was really struggling with tyres, losing the front mid-corner, not being able to, you know, apply the throttle as hard as I would normally. And when we came in, so you go to sort of park firm, you stay there for a couple of minutes, then we came into the gazebo and then we talked about that. I was like, let me just check that front tyre pressure, and it was still at 34 psi, so God knows where it was when I was actually on track, which has certainly not helped the front end. I didn't check the rear, but I think I'm going to try a slick for this last race anyway. I ordered one for this weekend because Anglesey is usually hot and the slick should handle the hot track better, so all is not lost, starting from 4th in the next race I think, and obviously I made the whole shot from there in race 1, so just need to yeah, don't think about what just happened too much, go and get my trophy, get myself in a good mood, and then do it again in race 3, but hopefully at least one position further forward, so I'll see you in the next bit. well, just thought I'd finish my vlog while I've got my allegiance of fans and friends. Not a bad race really, although at the start I did get squeezed into the pit wall by Tom Fisher, and I totally forgot about it, so... But other than that, good race, fair racing, actually on track. Yeah, and really enjoyed it. Sort of got held up a little bit with Lee, but you know, he made a good start, so he's entitled to be there, isn't he? I got my way back up to 5th place. Then I ran a little bit wide into Sonny, and Tom put his bike alongside me. You know, and that's fair play really. And then you know, a few back marks and stuff. But overall, a very positive weekend. 3rd overall, with 2 3rd places and a 4th in that last race, so can't really complain. I did my sub 24 as well. I did a 23.976 or something like that, which I'm pleased with. My aim was to do a 23. Arguably it's probably a little bit too hot, and I was struggling with spinning on the rear. The front tyre was okay this time. I went with a lower pressure, but the rear, I tried this slick, but it was just spinning all the way. But you know, these things are going to happen, aren't they, when there's 45-degree track temperature. Anglesey next, and it's probably going to be just this warm, so it's probably worthwhile knowing how the tyres are going to behave when it gets warm, because it probably will be when we're at Anglesey. So thanks very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, bye.